Okay, source region. Okay, classification. Of source region. The source region may be classified by using the latitudes. First, by using the latitude. It's tropical and polar. Tropical and polar. T for capital. Capital T is the tropical, capital T polar. These are meteorological symbols. Okay, it should be used properly. And based on the surface, divided into two groups. One is continent, the C for continent, and small m for marine. Okay, C for continent, C, M are small letters. Only latitudes will have a capital letter formation, capital T and capital P. C and M is small. Okay, small c and small m. So in this classification we can make it T, P. So T further classified into continental tropical, continental polar, and with further classified here, that is continental polar, marine polar. So there are four types of source regions: tropical continental, polar continental, polar continental, polar marine, tropical and polar continental, and என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன் மாற்றி மாற்றி போட்டேன். Okay, so tropical continental, marine, tropical marine, and polar continental, polar marine. Okay, there are four classifications. Can you give me example for continental, so tropical continental? Africa, Sahara Desert. Okay, Sahara. Okay, what about MT? South Pacific, North Pacific, South Atlantic, North Atlantic. So we can write it here. Okay, South Atlantic, North Atlantic. Okay, we can write. Okay, continental polar. Okay, yes, Greenland, Antarctica, Siberia. Okay. What about marine polar? Yes, Arctic. Again, South Atlantic, North Atlantic. அப்போ அது போலார் டெம்பரேட் பட்டாலும் அது பிகம் போலாராக கன்வெர்ட் ஆகிடும். ஆமாம், ட்ராபிக்கல் ரீசன் மட்டும் தான் ட்ராபிக்கல். ஸோ பியாண்ட் தட் எவ்ரிதிங் கன்சிடர் பி as a polar. Thus Siberia also given as a polar list. If you have air mass in the middle of North America, that also a polar list. There are only two lists, tropical and polar. So beyond the tropical, everything considered to be as a polar in this context. Clear? இதுவா அது நார்த் அட்லாண்டிக். நார்த் அட்லாண்டிக் என்ன ஆமாம், டிராபிக்கல் நார்த் அட்லாண்டிக், போலார்லையும் நார்த் அட்லாண்டிக் இருக்குது. நார்த் அட்லாண்டிக் ஓஷன் ஃபவுண்ட் இன் டிராபிக் இக்குடாருக்கு பக்கத்தில் நார்த்தில் என்ன இருக்கும், டிராபிக்கல் ஓஷன் இருக்கும். அதுக்கு நார்த்தில் போனீங்கன்னா டெம்பரேட் இருக்கும். we have two locations. அப்படி தான் படம் போட்ட ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? you write down, I will show you the map. இங்கே போட்டிருக்கேனா? this is tropical marine, this is polar marine. Okay, tropical marine, polar marine. So both are North Atlantic, but which is in the tropical region is considered a tropical marine. Beyond the tropics it become a polar marine. Right? Okay. Now we go to air masses. Okay, air masses classification. Air masses classified based on the four factors: latitude. Already I use some symbols. Can you name it again? Tropical, polar, capital T, capital P. Source region, continent and marine. And we compare the temperature, warm and cold. But the cold we have used C already. What we can do? Capital C எல்லாம் போட முடியாது, K தான் போடுவோம். ஆமாம், எனக்கு அதுதான் பிடிக்கும், and அதான் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க. அது they used in meteorology, right? So we had used the same K. Okay. Stable, stable and unstable. S and U. So now I am going to get a very big flow chart here. Okay. Everyone please look at this board and you can just understand how I am creating the flow chart. So don't mug up the flow chart. We have to create our own. So scientifically we can create a flow chart. We start from here. Okay. First we go with the latitude, tropical and polar, and surface cover, tropical, continental, tropical, marine, and polar, continental, polar, marine. C and M. Latitude, tropical and polar, surface cover, continental, marine, again continental, marine, and the temperature, again the continental, marine divided into two. One is warm and cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm and cold. Now again is divided into a stability. It become stable, unstable, stable, unstable. How many air masses we have? So this is the end of classification. So now tell me, how many air masses we have drawn here? How many air masses here? 16. Can you name any one air mass here? Yes. So this is the one name: tropical, continental, warm, stable; tropical, continental, warm, unstable; tropical, continental, cold, stable. எவ்வளோ ஆச்சு இப்போ? 16 air masses. Okay. Describe the characteristics feature of air mass CTWS. Answer பண்ணுங்க. Is formed in the tropical region over continental surface and is high temperature and is stable. Example: matter over continental, tropical, warm, stable is formed over tropical region over the continent land surface and is high temperature and is stable. This possible example over Sahara Desert. Kandudichacha. This is the meteorological symbol of air masses. If you know the logic, if you know the classification, we can answer very easily.